Sorry, YouTube, hang on. There we go. Now we can see. All right, so like I said, this is your weekend Tarotscope. This is where we get together to find out the energy of the weekend. I'm going to pull cards for each day to uncover the energy of the day, and then we'll pull oracle cards. We'll do all the things. So if you're watching the replay, feel free to ask questions in the comments. Doesn't matter. If you're watching live here on TikTok and YouTube, feel free to ask questions in the comments. I don't mind answering them. I love answering questions. This is a collective reading. These are not personal readings, okay? Just want to make that clear. So what we're going to do first is we are going to boost and balance out the root chakra, okay? This tuning fork is the same frequency as your root chakra. Yes, it's 12-12 today. Absolutely. I was going to talk about that. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate y'all and your reminders for me. Because, I get to talking and then sometimes I forget things that I want to bring up. So, big fan. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, welcome. Okay, so like I said, this tuning fork is attuned to the frequency of the root chakra. This is where we want to boost because the root chakra is the I am. This is where everything begins. This is where we feel safe and secure in our body, in our life, in our authenticity. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're just going to listen to it sing and you're just going to relax. Okay, you can also envision red light down where your bits are. I don't want to get banned. Um, you can imagine red light there, or you can imagine being surrounded by white light, whatever feels good to you. This is going to help boost that chakra. Okay. So since I have to use the microphone for YouTube and TikTok, you're not needing a microphone. I'm going to move it back and forth. That way you both can hear. Okay. So here we go. There we go. See, simple pimple. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to get our fairy blessing. Then next, we're going to get the overall message from the divination book. I'll show you how to use it. And then y'all are going to pick the tarot deck that I use. Then we'll get the cards for each day, and then we'll use oracle cards to further the message, okay? So like I said, this is a conversation. If you have questions or things you want to share, feel free to put them in the comments. I don't mind at all because I love having a conversation with y'all. I don't like one-sided. It's not all about me. This is about all of us. So feel free to comment, ask questions, do all the things, and whoa, we'll connect even more. All right, let's see. What is our fairy blessing for this weekend? And anytime I have an oracle deck or a tarot deck in my hands and we're doing these readings, you can focus on the deck and you can connect to that deck through your energy. You can ask the deck, what is our message for this week or what is our message for this weekend? Okay. You finally caught me live. Yay. Well, good. I'm great. I'm glad you're here. All right. What is our fairy blessing for this weekend? What is our fairy blessing for this weekend? Ooh, the blessing of the mothers. We haven't pulled this one in a long time. Don't mind my nails, you guys. I'm going through a whole journey of trying to keep my natural nails instead of getting them done like I used to, and it's wearing me down. I have to be honest, it's wearing me down. I can't stand it. So anyway, the blessing of the mothers. Yes, if you want to ask me something about tarot, absolutely. So, like I said, we have not pulled this one in quite some time. It's number 26. So let's read it and see what our blessing is. The fairy gift of a time of unexpected gifts and wonderful synchronicities. Ooh, okay, I'm liking it already. I remember this now. When this blessing comes to you, friend, you receive the blessing of the mothers, the ancient fairy beings of the land known today as whales. With this blessing comes recognition for your own kindness and generosity. And so now you will find yourself blessed with the unexpected gift. The old tales tell us that the mothers will reward those who are kind and caring, especially those who care for the land and for the animals. And so to you, they are sending a boon, a gift of a treasure found in a hidden place, a warm cloak on a cold day offered by a stranger, money readily coming to you in strange and lovely ways, and ease of suffering in an area you thought held no hope. Ooh. The blessing of the mothers are unpredictable as they will see your own life, and what they will bring to you is what your soul most needs to feel solace and blessings. If you have felt like there has been a run of bad luck, this will now lift and transform into an effortless flow of all that is good. Every small kindness you have offered others will now flow back to you. And in mysterious ways, you will see how what was once done out of simple goodness is now returning to you threefold, or we like to say tenfold, right? For the fairies see you, know you, and acknowledge your heart, and the mothers are now with you to bring you the gifts of the mothers. So when they appear, give thanks and know that nothing goes forgotten and unseen in the realm of the enchanted ones. Isn't that awesome? So when we're thinking about our day to day, right? You see those people on social media that video all their good deeds because it's for clicks and views and ego boost, right? But when we do things just out of the goodness of our hearts, it does not go unnoticed. It does not go unseen by the universe. That is your karma. That is your energy you're sending out. See, karma is not just negative energy. Karma just is. It is energy. It is a putting out and a bringing back. Okay. So I really like that energy for this weekend. I knew it was going to be good. Let's see. Give me one second. I know you had a question. It says, many readers on TikTok that said this reading is for you who has this initial ASJ. Is it real? I would take any reading on TikTok extremely lightly. Okay. Those are more for demonstrations of how the practitioner does their readings. I would say 98% of tarot readers, people who claim to be psychic, Reiki people, all of that, 98% of them are not honestly legit. They really don't know what they're doing. They're following trends. So I would take all of that stuff very lightly. If somebody is um, educating and they're not only focusing on love and money, they're focusing on your personal growth and releasing and doing all those things, then definitely I would pay attention to that. Okay. I knew not to fall into resistance of the death card. I was prepared. I'm going to, well, good. I mean, hey, that's what it's about. Tarot is about you taking control of your situation. And if you see a card and the reading resonates as far as like an encouragement for you to evolve and you to grow, it's always good. Okay. If they are saying someone's thinking about you, someone's going to text you, or someone's talking shit about you, or this, and that, things that are keeping you stuck, they need to go. That's pop tarot. That is scammy pammy tarot, all the stuff. Okay. So I was confused. How did they know initial names in general reading? They don't. They're just pulling it out of their ass. Seriously. I used to do fun ones where I'd pull, I had a bowl of like, I have it down here. I had a bowl of Scrabble tiles and I would pull initials like that and let the universe pick those. That's one thing. But just understand that a lot of the things that you hear on social media are broad, generalized statements that everybody can resonate with. So, again, if it's pushing you to evolve and to shed the past and to step into your own energy and your own power, good, take it. But again, if it's keeping you stuck, if it's keeping you in the ego, I would not pay attention to it at all. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get the overall tarot message for the weekend. We're going to use the divination book. I wrote this book for you. Okay. I wrote it 3 times because I wanted to make sure it was perfect. And I wanted to make sure that all of the readings were designed for you to take your power back. That's why it's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. You can find this on, and I don't want to, like, sometimes TikTok flags me when I say that. It's also linked, TikTok is linked in my bio, YouTube, it's linked down in the comments. Okay. I think about 500 of these have sold. So that's pretty freaking exciting. 500 people have this book, a book that I wrote. I love it. So, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to knock on the book to loosen the energy or to dissipate the energy that was gathered around it from the last reading. We're going to connect to it with our energy centers and our palms. And there's instructions inside, so don't worry. Okay. All right. And you're going to take a nice deep breath. And as you're watching this, you can focus on the book as well. Take a nice deep breath. Let's ask the book, what is our overall tarot message for this weekend? What's our overall tarot message for this weekend? And then we're just going to intuitively turn to a page. Okay, we got the Three of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, so it's a minor arcana. And like I've told you before, these readings are designed to be read for the day. Okay, it's a daily book that you can use. But if you want, you can use it for the week or the month. Okay, since we're using it for the weekend, I'm going to change the verbiage to fit it saying for the weekend instead of for the day. Okay. So today you drew the Three of Pentacles. Believe it or not, goddess, you are a master of your craft. People come to you because you have specific abilities that no one else possesses, yet you most likely dismiss it all. Pay attention to what you're good at this weekend and see who comes to you for advice or help. If you want to turn this ability into money flow, then start making a plan. If you need a mentor, get one. If you need to take a course, take it. So many people dream of creating a life they love to wake up to every morning. And this weekend, you have the full support of the universe to start planning that life. There you go. Because the Three of Pentacles is the architect of the tarot. It is about making a plan. It is about consulting with others that have already done it, in their expertise, that are walking the walk, not people that are just talking. You need people that are walking the walk. So this weekend is all about making a plan, especially, you guys, especially for this next year. I cannot stress this enough. The amount of energy and like supportive energy and power that we are being given in 2026, not just numerologically with the 10-1 year, not just in Chinese astrology with the fire horse, not just astrology where we have Neptune moving into Aries, we have other planets moving, Saturn in Aries, we have, so many different power planets making massive shifts that have not happened in hundreds of years. It is everything coming together to support you in your personal, like reinventing yourself and doing it through this higher lens of your spiritual self. Okay. So if you don't take this seriously, then you are going to be right where you were, forever. You asked for it for Christmas. Excellent. Every time I open TikTok, there's a video. This is for initial A. You will date your ex again. Yeah, those are shit. Those are clickbaity ones. Hey, Melinda. Yeah, we were talking about that, Denise, today is the 12-12 portal. So what does that mean? So we had the 11-11, we had the 7-7-8-8-9-9. We have these repeating numbers. What that means is the vibration is high, it's strong. We have the masculine and the feminine energies coming together to support you today, right? And it creates a three. Well, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Planning, what do you want to experience in the next 9 years? Because next year we're starting a whole new 9 cycle. So you really need to get your ass in gear and get it done and start figuring out what you want to do or what you need to do in order to get you to the place that you are dreaming of. Okay. Like I said in here, if you need a mentor, get one. If you need to take a course, take one. There's so many people on these apps that are offended that people offer courses, and it's like, well, how else are you going to learn? you know, and it's a bit ridiculous. But learn, like I said, learn from people that are walking the walk, not just talking the talk. There are a ton of people out here talking the talk. You need to stick with somebody, see who they are, make sure they're walking the walk, and then you get mentored by them, or then you get taught by them. Okay. Where's Douglas? Hang on just a second. I think he's having a hard time getting inside. This dog knows how to come inside, but sometimes he forgets how to come inside. He's so weird. He's special. Okay, so now we're going to choose the tarot deck that I use. Y'all are going to help me. YouTube, you're going to put your choice in the comments. TikTok, you're going to put your choice up here in the poll whenever I put it up there. Okay, so don't put it in the comments. Hang on just one second. This is right aligned with our plans to open our own show rabbit club this year. Fun. So many disappointments with my own mentors in this process, but this far, after 3 years, I've ventured out on my own. Good for you. Do what is right for you. You have a dog like that? Yeah, he's, man. And every time he goes to jump on the couch, he has to hit the couch first and then jumps on it every time. We've had him, he just turned 3. So we've had him a year and a half, something like that. No, over 2 years. Because I think we got him when he was like 8 months. We adopted him because this gal couldn't take care of him anymore. And yeah, he runs up, bam, hits the side of the couch, and then jumps every time. You would think he would learn. But nope, Douglas is special. So anywho, all right, so y'all are going to choose the tarot deck. Since we only have a short amount of time for me to get to use this deck, I'm putting it up again, the Yuletide deck, or everybody's favorite. This is going to be difficult. Everybody's favorite, the Light Seers Tarot. So deck 1 or deck 2. Okay, so don't vote in the comments yet. TikTok, YouTube, you can go ahead and vote in the comments. But let's get the poll up. All right, TikTok, it's up there in the corner, that little blue clipboard right there. So deck 1 or deck 2. Make your choice. Choose wisely. 1 or 2. If you're just joining us, this is the deck that I'm going to use for the tarot reading to find out what's coming up for us over the next 3 days. Okay, 1 or 2. YouTube's got 1 going on. Good, good, good. Mandy, I think you need to change your vote. Kidding. Deck 1 or deck 2. If y'all don't know, I'm a Christmas freak, so that's why I'm making those jokes. That's right. Get your vote in. We only have about 10 seconds left. Deck 1 or deck 2. Oh, thank you for those purple hearts and stars. I've never seen those before. 1 or 2. All right, here we go. Let's find out what the total is. Gotta wait a second for TikTok. Deck 1 by a landslide, 100%. Y'all are smart. See, I knew it. All right. This one has such a thick book. And y'all saw it, whatever. I'm not going to try to pull that out again. Excuse me. Hello, Mother. All right. Let me get them nice and shuffled for us. And like I said, I'm going to pull a card for each day. We're going to see what the energy of that day is and how it connects to our blessing and the overall tarot message. And then I will pull oracle cards for further messages, okay? And if you're learning tarot, these are great sessions for you to come to so you can see the different ways that the card can be interpreted. All right, what are our messages for each day, Friday through Sunday? You notice the shuffling? This is another way you can find if it's a real tarot reader or not, is we don't do the crazy chaotic shuffling. That's not a thing. All right, let's see. All right, let's find out what our message is for today. All right, we have the Nine of Gifts in reverse. So this is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, right? Today is a good day for you to figure out, like, kind of, go within yourself and reflect and find out where you are not disciplined in your own life. Okay. Because the Nine of Pentacles, we call her the Lady of Leisure in traditional tarot. She is the one who has committed to her journey. She is the one who has done whatever necessary to build her financial security, her emotional security, her health, her wealth, everything. Okay, and it's taken her time to get there. But when she's in reverse, she's expecting someone to come save her. It's not going to happen. Okay, you have to save yourself. So today is a good day for you to evaluate where you have not committed to yourself in your own journey, in your own growth, in your own financial security, your business, your career, whatever it may be. Okay. It also can indicate that you come across someone who is expecting you to do for them instead of them doing for themselves. And this is what I've been telling my clients. It's like you have got to teach people to fish instead of fishing for them. Does that make sense? Okay. So see where you're not committed to yourself. Also, if you, this is going to be for a few of you, if you are doing too much, if you feel like you have so much going on today, delegate. Okay, ask for help and delegate. It is okay to do that. All right, let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the Knight of Gifts. There we go. He's direct. So here we see movement forward on our plan, on our journey. Okay. Tomorrow is a great day for you to invest in your journey, to start planning, because this is very Virgo energy. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So we're all about Pentacles right now. So we have the Three of Pentacles showing up as the overall message. It's like, start making your plan. You're going to start seeing progress on Saturday, or you need to start creating the progress on Saturday. But again, these energies, they don't move fast, okay? And you don't want them to whenever it comes to your finances. You don't want something to happen too quickly, because as fast as it comes in is as fast as it goes out. Okay? We want to build a solid foundation for our financial stability, for our health, for everything. That way it's lasting. That's why we have the Tower card in the major arcana, because if you don't build something on a solid foundation, boom, there it goes. Okay, let's look at Sunday. We have the Six of Gifts on Sunday. Holy cow, it's all about the Pentacles this weekend. And this deck has been shuffled many, many, many times. So, yeah, Six of Pentacles in reverse. That is not a good day to lend out money. It is not a good day for asking for money. Okay, it could be, well, we have the blessing of the mothers. This would be, instead of you giving something out, maybe you're receiving, because you've done so much for people, right? It's like, I've give, and this person looks like they're waiting to receive. Right? The Knights are all about taking action, but he's sitting down there and he's like, well, let me think about this. How do I want to do this? Where do I want to go? What have I been doing for myself and for others? How can I open myself up to receive? What is my plan here? Okay. So again, Pentacles all this weekend. Let's look. We have the Child in reverse here. Why is the Child in reverse? This is the Fool. Okay. When the Fool's in reverse, it's indicating that there is a fear to step into this new energy. There is a fear of, what if I'm not good enough? What if I don't have what it takes? What if? Okay. And the universe is like, you would not have this desire and this dream if you weren't meant to do it, but you're going to have to do it if you want to experience it. Okay. You can start a plan. You don't have to have every single thing figured out, because when you try to do that, the universe laughs at you and shows you that you're not in complete control here, because there are things that you can't see and you don't need to see them. You will see them in due time. Does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying? So this weekend is a lot of focus on your physical world, on your financial stability, on maybe not doing too much for the holidays, like overspending, having, feel like you need to overgive. Because when we look at the pentacles, it's tied to like Taurus energy. Taurus is all about your self worth. Are you valuing yourself? Are you trying to make other people value you by doing too much or giving too much? Does that make sense? You feel called out, you like knowing, look, I know, I get it. It took me a while to surrender to the universe, and that's something that we all have to practice like daily. Because it is difficult making these massive changes when you can't see the complete road ahead of you, right? But you have to trust in yourself, because when the fool's in reverse, he's not trusting in himself. He's not trusting in the universe. That's why he's afraid. That's why he's hesitating. Okay. When he's direct, he's like, you know what? Let's go. Let's go on this adventure and let's see what happens. Okay. So you can also see whenever he's in reverse, he's literally being foolish. And when we're looking at it with the Pentacles energy, he has no plan. He's not being committed, or he's not committed to his journey. He's not being financially responsible. He's not doing all the things that he needs to do to sustain himself on this journey. So, still your struggle. I know, I know. Like I said, it takes time. Calling out my two main signs, Taurus and Virgo. It's interesting because Taurus wants to like stay put. They're not going to move until they're ready to move, right? And then Virgo is like, come on, let's go. We have to make some progress here. And Taurus is like, we'll see. Stubborn. All right, let's get some oracle. And when we have the blessing of the mothers, this is about you really opening yourself up and seeing how far you've been and all the things that you've done in your life. One of the things that I teach my students and my clients is, you think you only have this amount of knowledge, but you actually need to look at the rest of your life and see everything that you've been through, everything that you've overcome, the things that you've learned and mastered. And that is in addition to your knowledge. Okay. Your experience, you have a lifetime of experience. So stop doubting yourself. Now, if you are still struggling in life, then you are going to have to make those moves. You are going to have to do something to get yourself out of that situation. That is up to you. The universe is not going to come save you. Sorry. I struggle asking for help. I try to do it all alone. I get it. I get it. But sometimes we need help. Here's the thing about that. You cannot expect yourself to know everything. It's impossible, right? So you're going to need to ask for help. If you want to get further in life and you want to get there a lot quicker and with less speed bumps, then you go ask for help. You ask for guidance. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? Successful people always keep smart people around them that they can go to ask the questions, because they don't need to know everything. They just need to know people. See? Stick with me and I'll teach you some things. Yeah, they need that community. The cards are smacking you. Uh-oh. Been debating on applying at a daycare down the street just cause. Oh, well, there you go. How do you master learning to release the want and need to control future outcomes? Oh, great question, Jessica. You you have to see, look at the past and look at all the things that you tried to make happen that didn't work out. And ask yourself, if I would have just let the universe bring me the opportunity or the path and I would have trusted it, how would that have turned out? Because we have to understand that our brains are extremely limited and we don't know everything. Again, it's impossible. Okay. So we have to trust in ourselves and we have to trust in the universe. Whenever you're trying to control a situation, All that is saying is I don't trust in the universe. I don't trust that there is a higher power, supportive energy, all of this. I just don't believe it's there. So I have to do everything. I have to make it happen because you've most likely been burned by people in your past that you couldn't trust. So now you're trying to control the situation so you don't get let down again. But here's the thing, life is full of ups and downs. Things are always going to happen. You cannot control it. All you can do is control how you respond and releasing to the universe. Listen, I'm speaking from experience. Okay. I had to learn the same thing. When you learn to let the universe guide you and you listen to those little, like soft little knowings, and you just act on what you feel is for your highest good, even if it's scary, you find yourself being aligned. You find yourself in situations that you never thought were possible because you surrendered to the universe, because you let it happen and you relinquished control. It's magical. I promise. Like I said, I speak from experience. Okay. Let's see. Today is my last day free. I start my new career on Monday. I'm excited for you, Lindsay. I know it's hard, Jessica. I get it. I get it. But I'm telling you, the more that we surrender, the more everything opens up. Because when you're trying to control a situation, just remind yourself my vision and my knowledge is limited. I'm going to let the universe help me to sort this out and to show me the way, because I know that this higher power, these energies can see way more than I can see. And you're going to wind up seeing that things come in a lot easier than you expected. So there we go. You're very welcome. Whoop. All right now. Hey, Tracy. I thought that this morning, and my name is Jessica too. Oh, that's funny. Thank you. Somebody else mentioned that earlier, and I was telling them I think I got it on Amazon. I got this last year or the year before. I cannot remember, but I do believe it was Amazon where I got it. I'm one of those where I'm like, if you like something of mine, I'll tell you exactly where to get it. I like to share the wealth. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? What else do we need to know this weekend? Look, we have envy showing up. Now, this can show up in a couple of ways for you. Okay, this weekend, we're looking at this weekend. This is number 20. So, what is 20 first? Let's talk about that. 20 is 2 and 0. That is the feminine energy boosted. Okay, connected to the high priestess, connected to balance and decision making and what you're receiving. It is boosted. Okay, but when we have it connected to envy, this person here, this woman, she has so much already in her life, but she's envious of others because she doesn't have what they have. How do we fix that? Well, we look around our lives and we express gratitude for all the wonderful things that we do have in our lives. Why? Because number one, we need to do that because we need to acknowledge that, yeah, I have some great things happening. I've been through hell and back and I'm still surviving. And I've got food in my belly. I've got a roof over my head. I've got this and this and that, right? But also the reason you want to do that is because the more you acknowledge these things and the more you express gratitude, it opens you up for even more. Okay. Also, if there is somebody in your circle that you feel is the Debbie Downer, is the envious person, then you need to set boundaries, maybe put a little distance. And I really wouldn't play into that energy. But most importantly, this card, this energy is about us being envious over somebody else's success. when we do have success of our own and we can create more success for ourselves. But again, we have to make a plan. We have to do it. We have to initiate this journey. Do you understand? Okay. When you turn that card direct, she realizes how abundant she is and she is receiving more and more and more. Okay. Because when we have this blessing of the mothers showing up as the overall blessing for the whole weekend, it's not just about receiving money. It can be about receiving knowledge. It can be about receiving an opportunity. There's so many ways that you can receive. Everybody's so focused on just money, 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 but there's so many other factors when it comes to you and your journey and then your money. Okay. I just launched an Etsy shop last night selling different crystals. Oh, good for you, Jennifer. I'm proud of you. That's awesome. It's often seen in the show world a lot. Yep. Anywhere there's competition, oh God, it's bad news bears. um, these types of things that we're talking about in this reading are going to be covered in the Power Challenge. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, there are people that are international clients of mine, like students, clients, all of that. And I had the Power Challenge set for 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. But not all of my international clients can do that because it's not in the right time zone. So there is a self-paced opportunity now for the Power Challenge. Okay. So if you cannot join us live for the 7 weeks, you can still get the content and the information and go through that transformation yourself. Okay. The Power Challenge begins January 14th. So yes, you still do have time to join. However, when the class is full, the class is full. The self-paced option will only be available while the live class option is available. So January 14th is when it closes down. Okay, so make sure you get in that. The Power Challenge is where I take you on when we go live. If you're in the live cohort, I take you through 7 weeks. We have a bonus week. It's normally 6 weeks, but we're getting a bonus week. 7 weeks of self-discovery, self-empowerment, busting through blocks. Money is one of them, but also relationships and self-worth and getting to know yourself, because you need this information. You need to understand what's going on within you and around you in order for yourself to succeed. Because there's too many people all over social media talking about how you can hack your way to success, and it's all a lie. You cannot hack your way to success. You cannot do anything until you understand yourself, until you understand your shadow self, until you understand your innate powers. If you don't understand that stuff, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to have highs, and then bam, it's going to bring you right back down to where you were, because you will always subconsciously pull yourself back. Okay? Because you're pulling yourself back to what you think you know about yourself. The Power Challenge is amazing. It helped me change my life. Oh, thank you, Denise. Yeah, I did this challenge, 2 or 3 years ago. And it was so fun. And for me, it's the best because I get to see all the lights turn on and all the students. Yeah, I've taken everything that you need to know, condensed it into 6 weeks. You have a module that unlocks, and you're going to get a few videos from me each week to go through at your own pace. And then we meet the following week to discuss what you discovered and what you experienced through those lessons and through your homework. So there we go. The highs and lowest lows. Yeah. Well, get into the Power Challenge. Do either the live cohort or the self-paced. It's going to help you. All right. What else do we need to know this weekend? This new year, with it being the 10-1 year, this is a massive turning point for a lot of people. And it's only going to be for the people that are actively participating in their journey. How much is a challenge? The live cohort is $19.97. The self-paced is $9.97. So it's half price. All right, look, we have details. Number 43, again, with the Three of Pentacles, the overall energy, the details of your life, the details of yourself, the details of your plan. You need to, you don't need to know everything that's happening up here along the journey. You need to know everything that's happening in here. Those are the details that you need to know. That is all the information you need to know. Do you understand? The more you know about yourself and the way you move and the feelings that you get when your higher self is telling you yes or no, you need to understand that. That is your superpower. Everybody has intuition. Most people don't use it. Most people don't trust it. Okay? So the details, well, number 43. So 4 is logic. It is the earthly plane. It is doing the work necessary. 3 is creation. It's bringing something into fruition. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's the masculine and feminine. It's the feeling, then the action, and then the product of that. Okay. It's also communication, self-expression, creativity, all of that. When we bring it together, it's 7. 7 is, it's God energy. It is the first spiritual number in numerology. It is so much. It's the analytical mind because we're trying to bring what's up here to here. Okay. But you have to understand how you're meant to operate, who you are, understand your past and your relationships, understand the blocks that you have been like fed into since childhood, and then you can bust through them. That's how you do it. Okay. It's all about awareness. It's not as difficult as far as it's not as complicated as you think. But it can be a little bit difficult because you have to completely change that energy, that mindset. We have to break those patterns. I said before, I found my notes and readings through them. Wow, the change. It's crazy though. See, that's the thing, Denise. That I'm glad you said that because a lot of people, this is why another reason it's this envy card shows up, right? Because we're too busy looking at everybody else. We've forgotten about all the progress that we've made ourselves. You need to understand that. That's why we have all this pinnacle energy showing up, most of it in reverse, is because on Saturday with the 9 of Gifts, this is like, why don't you slow down and look at everything that you've done, readjust, replan, because you need to further your mission or your awareness, all of that. Does that make sense? Um, give gratitude for yourself too, for everything that you've accomplished, everything that you've made it through. That's not it. I was like, that was my mistake. But do you understand what I'm talking about? I don't know why my screen just kind of got dark. But when you look back, it's good to take notes. It's good to have something to identify how far you've come and everything that you've accomplished, because you get so focused on your day to day that you forget to celebrate yourself. You forget to celebrate your achievements that you were wishing for months or years ago, and now you're living them. Yeah, don't forget to do that. All right, what else do we need to know? Y'all are asking some great questions and you're making some great statements. I love this. This is what it's all about. All right, what else? What else? What else? Let's see. Nope, it didn't split properly. Oop. Look at that. This is so funny because it's talking about what we've been talking about. It says beyond the veil or behind the veil. Welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. Y'all, my cards know, and they will call us out all the time. Give up control. Release your grip on outcomes. Embrace the present moment's wisdom. My cards know. It's telling you, you're never going to know all the answers. You're never going to know the outcome. All you can know is what's going on right here, right now. and what your body is telling you. Is it telling you yes? Is it telling you no? And you follow that. When you understand and when you finally get that, that's when you start seeing progress and movement. When you stop being afraid, the Fool in reverse, when you stop being afraid to take that leap of faith, to make that bold move, then you experience magical things. What deck is this? This is Clarifying Life Situations. You should be able to find it on Amazon if you want to screenshot it. Clarifying Life Situations. I got a similar message in my new Oracle today. Surrender and go with the flow. There you go. See? There you go. Double messages. And that, like I said, I speak from experience. I've had to learn to when I get an idea, when I get a feeling, when I something is motivating me to do something, I just go with it. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. And I have to just trust the universe that this is being put within me for a reason. There is something major that I'm launching in 2026. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Because it's something that I have accomplished, and then I'm going to show other people how to accomplish it as well. And so I've been told, it's time you do that. So okay, let's go. I will announce it later. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Look at that. We have joy, number 30. So first we have envy, number 20. I'm I'm upset because I don't feel like I'm getting everything that I deserve, or somebody has an easier, better life than me, blah, 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 blah. And the universe is like, get over yourself. You have pretty great life and only you can change it, right? And here we have joy, number 30. If you would allow yourself to be in your authenticity, if you would start enjoying life instead of, paying attention to things that make you hate your life or you just like dread every day, right? What you're listening to, what you're watching, what you're participating in, all of those things, they matter. And when I say they matter, I mean they create that reality. They bring it into matter. So when you're experiencing joy and freedom of expression, that's when you get found. That's when you find yourself and that's when people find you. It happens. It's happened to me. I was approached this week with a potential opportunity I'm looking into for next year. Looking forward to the outcome of this person. We will see. Good for you. See, Denise, I freaking knew it. I'm so proud of you. Look at you. You're doing it, sister. Yes. Let's get the money deck. What is our money message for this weekend? What is our money message for this weekend? Look at that. Look at that cage around that money. That feels like the same for everybody, doesn't it? Let's read, because guess what? Because that's what you're constantly being programmed with. There's not enough. Everybody's suffering. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. But they're not saying I, they're saying you. You can't afford groceries. You can't afford your rent. You can't this and that. You have to stop listening to that. You have to go against that energy. People are always talking about you got to escape the matrix. You got to get out of the matrix. You can never escape the matrix. You have to understand the matrix and work the matrix yourself. That's how it really is. You have to stop believing what you're being programmed with and you start creating your own program. Make sense? I had to do it. I had to do it myself. And that's what I'm talking about. So I speak from experience, because if you don't know, if you're new here, I went from broke, like nothing, no place to live, no nothing, whatever. I mean, I had nothing, to six-figure business, being able to take my kids on trips, being able to do all kinds of things, a best-selling author, being featured in the LA Tribune in an article, getting to speak on panels with people like Malcolm Jamal Warner, I mean, all kinds of things. So you can do that too, but you have to stop believing what they're telling that you are. So listen, it says money has come to a complete halt, or money is slow in coming in. Number two, don't borrow more than you can repay. That's where we have that Six of Pentacles in reverse on Sunday. Don't lend out more than you can use, and don't borrow money that you cannot repay. That is a dumb financial decision. Okay. Number three, debt might be piling up. This is what I was talking about when I was saying do not overdo it for Christmas. You don't need to. Watch your spending. You're supposed to be investing. If you want to do Christmas presents that mean something, make something. If there's a lady in your life, or even a gentleman, doesn't matter. You can make, uh, like lotions, and I mean, you can make all kinds of things. You can make food products. I mean, it doesn't matter. Do what you need to do. It doesn't have to be extravagant gifts. That's not what it's about. And the reason I wholeheartedly feel like there's a reason they put this dollar bill in a cage. It's to make you aware of how you feel like your money is always locked up, where you can't access it. Your abundance is always locked up where you can't access it. And that's bullshit. You can. Okay. You just have to know how to work that matrix. We're not trying to escape anything. We are here in this human world. We are humans. We have to play by the human rules, but we have to know how the game is played and work it. That's what it is. All these other people are selling you a bunch of bullshit. That's the same as like the whole chosen one thing. I'm a chosen one. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. We all chose to be here. Sorry to break your ego or bust your bubble. We are all chosen. We all chose to be here. So yeah. All right. What else do we need to know? Yes, and when you're making the gift, put your intention of love and prosperity into it. Yes, Denise. Love that. Absolutely. What else do we need to know this weekend? Look, see, there's that poverty mindset. See, we keep getting these inclinations of, I don't have enough. I can't do it. Stop listening to like the news and all this other shit all over the place where they're telling you that you can't afford things. Yes, you can. Okay. Stop agreeing with them. Yes, you can. Remember, we have the Three of Pentacles showing up as the overall energy. You need a plan. You need to speak to people that are walking the walk. You need to learn from people that have done the thing that you're wanting to do. That's how you shoot to success. For me, it took many years because I didn't. But that's why I teach now, because I want you to take everything that I've learned and implemented and that I know works, and you do it in your design style, it will work. Okay? Because there's a reason this is number 37. Because 3 is communication. 3 is I'm creating this, I'm communicating this. 7, I'm communicating this to spirit. This is the same thing that goes through my mind all day, every day, is that I don't have enough. And then guess what? It becomes 10. That is the result of your communication and your expression. Oh, hang on. I got to verify myself. See, you're getting a hard lesson this weekend or today about your money mindset, your self-worth mindset. You have to change this, because next year, being a 10-1 year, this is a revolutionary time for you. This is where you reinvent yourself. YouTube is updating. Uh-oh. Loved the expansion. So people are lifted up and feel joy. It's a huge difference. Oh, love and expansion. Yeah, exactly. So do you understand what I'm saying? You're getting a big smack in the face of what you're believing into, or what you're, falling prey to. You have to stop believing it. Anytime I hear something negative about finances and money, what I scroll, I don't need to hear it, because it's not true for me. Because I know my connection with myself and my in the universe is all that matters. Same thing for you. But you have to understand who you are, how you are meant to operate, because most people are going against their design. And that's why they're struggling. Most people are believing the things that they are hearing. Like, you guys have no idea how much it affects you, the stuff that you're listening to. Music, TV, social media, other people around you, it all affects you, and it puts you in that lack and poverty mindset. That's why that most successful people, they will not put themselves around people that are negative or lack-minded, or they all they want to talk about is their struggle. Like, no, they don't have time. Like, I can't, because you're going to suck me down with you. So you want to be in spaces and putting yourself into this energy of, yes, I can do this. This person did it, so can I. Everything is available to you that is available to everybody else. So there you go. Yep. Do what you love and money will follow. Yep. And if you do it with love, money will follow. Same thing. Oh, I grabbed this deck because I haven't used it in a while, and I wanted to see what it wanted to tell us, because it caught my eye this morning. Hey, Bestie. Hey, Jamie. I'm listening to Yule music right now. Yeah, that's what I do too. Do things that bring you joy, and you will have, remember how I said last time, it immediately raises your vibration. Listen to music that brings you happiness and joy, not negative lyrics, not all that other shit that you hear all over the radio. Okay. Things that are positive and uplifting. And I'm telling you, the more you listen to that stuff, the more you feed your brain as well. Things that, whatever you're wanting to learn, whatever you're wanting to accomplish, all of that, you will see massive transformations within your life. Sending me weird TikTok videos brings you joy. I know it's you. I know you do it on purpose. All right, let's see what else we need to know this weekend. If I can get this, these kind of stick together. There we go. Ah, you know what? I think the last time I used this deck, we got this same card. Look, it says repair. And it's number 38. Guess what? The way we speak about our money. Here it says, making amends rather than fun times reveals a relationship's true constitution. So you could be making amends with another person, or you could be making amends with your higher self, with your inner child, everything. Everything that is dictating how you value yourself and how you value your life. Because the amount of money that you have right now is connected to your self-worth. Okay, and how much you value yourself. So we need to mend that. Lately, I haven't been able to listen to music with voices, just instrumental. I listen to, yeah, it depends on what I listen to as well, Denise. I like to listen to jazz, classical music. Um, around the holidays, I like to listen to, obviously, Christmas music, because it's all, joyful stuff. Let's get our spirit animal. Knitting the fabric of our veil. I like that. And that's the thing about making amends or repairing something. Because when you've had something negative programmed into you for so long, we have this hole. We have something that is not aligning. We can go back and we can fix that. We can make amends. We can repair that part of us that is misaligned. Oh, you're very welcome, Jessica. Thank you for saying that. She said, just wanted to say thank you for all you do for us. It is my pleasure. This is what feeds my soul. I love it. Yes, the inner reality creates the outer form. Yep. I love Viking sounding music. Oh, yes, that'll get you going. I'm already seeing the changes only with what positive change in my mind. Good for you. See? All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? What is our spirit animal for the weekend? See, if you're new here, we don't just read tarot, we get life lessons. You get coaching as well. Ooh, look, we have the Raven Shaman. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. So you get that good karma, right? There is power in your wisdom and your words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Essentially saying, realize how powerful you are. Realize that what you speak, what you feel, and what you do creates your reality. Okay? It is not just me that has these abilities, it is you, every single one of you. You just need to know how to use them. And you have to believe that you do actually have them. Ravens have been my symbol lately, even sitting on the corner of my balcony. Oh, nice. Who doesn't love a conspiracy of ravens? Exactly. I love how all y'all are connecting to that card. That's awesome. Let's get our crystal for the weekend. I can't believe it's already 11:04. Holy cow. That went by fast. All right. What else do we need to know? Or what is our crystal for the weekend? Oh, there it is. Ooh, we have lava stone. Look at that. Lava stone. Grounding, protection, and stability. Lava stone grounds your energy, connecting you to the earth's stabilizing strength and resilience. Embrace its calming vibrations to release stress, find balance, and ignite the courage to overcome life's challenges. Let me tell you, next year is all about having the courage to move forward. With the fire horse, it's not just the horse, it is the fire horse. And that represents the courage to blaze a trail. Think about that. And you know that saying, fortune favors the brave. Yep, true. And fortune is not just about money. You know, you could be fortunate enough to get to have your own business or have your own practice. You get to be fortunate enough to be able to pay your bills without worrying. You could be fortunate enough to be able to work from home, you know, fortunate enough to be able to help people from all over the world. So much fortune available to you. But you have to see it. You've got this. Yes, you do. I need to get that deck before the start of next year. This Crystal Realms one, yeah, you do. Everybody needs this deck. It is not available on Amazon. It is available through TikTok. It's available through the link in my bio. YouTube, it's linked in the description. It's a wonderful deck. Yeah, if you have lava stone, you can add a drop of essential oil to enhance its energy. Yeah, exactly, Jamie. Fire horse plus a year one. Year one is like it's Aries energy, right? We have so much Aries energy, fiery energy. It's like trying to light the light under your butt to get you to move. But if you choose to just sit on the flame, you're going to get burned. It's true. I wish I could help y'all to really see what is possible for you if you catapult with this energy. All right. What is this is the Rebel deck now. If you get your feelings hurt easily, it's time to scroll away because this deck will call you out. It'll sometimes, you know, boost you, but sometimes it calls you out. Can you speak on your tarot learning course? I'm interested in signing up. Absolutely. You can start with my free tarot foundations if you want to see if that's in alignment with you. There's two ways that you can get into my tarot course. Number one, you can get into just the tarot apprenticeship. This does not give you access to my community. It doesn't give you access to the other transformational modules in our live events. It is just my tarot apprenticeship. Okay. That is at, if you're looking on TikTok, that is the top link. You'll see tarot apprenticeship. That is only $33 a month. Okay. It is a dripped module. It takes you on the journey. Okay. You cannot go in there, binge everything, and think you're going to know everything. It takes you through the journey. Okay. YouTube in the description in the comments, or it's linked in the comments. Fucking A. Linked in the description. If you want access to the community and everything, this is ladies only. You can get into the tribe. Okay. The tribe gives you the tarot apprenticeship, the fool's journey. All my transformational modules are live events, community chat, everything. So that one is available. Like I said, ladies only. It is $97 a month. That is a steal for everything that you're getting. And then we still have our inner circle happening January 6th. That is where I'm going to take you on the complete journey from beginner to reader. This is my accredited certification program. Okay. This is where I'm taking a small group through tarot, beginner tarot to intermediate. Then we get into advanced tarot, and then we get into numerology. So you're going to have 3 accredited certifications by the time we're done. Accredited means that you are credentialed. It is not just a certification. This is something that holds a lot of weight when it comes to, building your business, getting insurance, really showing that you did the work instead of just going somewhere, listening to a few videos and then getting a certificate. So yeah, you can decide which one aligns with you. All right. And then next year, like I said, keep your eyes peeled because I have something major I'm launching next year. All right, what is our message for this weekend? What is our message for this weekend? Are you ready? Make better fucking choices. I love this deck. If you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. I didn't make it up, it's right there. Make better fucking choices. If you are pissed about where you are, stop taking yourself there. Time to make some moves, don't you think? Make sure that you get into the power challenge. If you have not gone through the power challenge with me yet, you're going to freaking love it. I'm going to show you you. I'm going to show you things about yourself that you didn't even know, and you're going to be so freaking proud of yourself. And like Denise said, the changes in your life are going to be dramatic from now on. Okay, so get into the live cohort or do the self-paced. It is only available until January 14th. Do not wait until January 14th because if the class fills up, it's full. The self-paced option will only be available until January 14th. Okay, that is your starting point. That is your transformational starting point. Then your tarot practice, whatever it is that you're trying to do, is going to be amplified because you understand yourself better and you're going to be able to use these tools with your clients, okay? Or with your friends and family, doesn't matter, okay? Doing stuff now rather than last minute today. Good for you. I love what I'm learning from the tarot apprenticeship so far. That makes me so happy, Philip. Good. See, and that's another reason why I just put the tarot apprenticeship out there on its own, because I know there's guys that want to learn from me as well. And sorry, guys, I did make the tribe ladies only because there's a lot of shedding and transformation that, these ladies need to go through, and they need to be in a, do it in a private space. But I did also want to offer you space to learn tarot as well. I just don't have as many guy clients or students as I have lady clients and students. So Maybe I needed to hear that, especially after yesterday. I was talking to a friend last night about personal accountability. Yep, it's everything. It is everything. Sounds like these classes I'm doing, wish I knew more before I picked them. Could have been halfway being a full blown nurse. Hey, you know what? There's always opportunities to readjust. Okay. I have had so many clients and students come to me because they bought into so many courses that really didn't do shit for them. And they're like, I regret doing this, and that. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You can adjust and get into the right programs for yourself now. It's in the past. It doesn't matter. Let it go. I mean, there's lots of courses that I've taken where it's like, oh, I paid 10 grand for that. Okay. you know, and you learn from it. All it did was teach me how I want to make sure that I deliver above and beyond for my students, because I would never want someone to invest with, in a course or a live class with me and feel like they didn't get shit. That would hurt my soul. So that's why I go above and beyond for my people, because I've had those experiences of investing in things, and it's all just regurgitated social media crap. So yeah, what you get with me is you get actual education and knowledge and transformation. So I hope to see many of you in the Power Challenge on January 14th. Again, don't wait, because once it's closed, it's closed. Once it's full, it's full. Okay. I don't leave it open to 100,000 people. We're not doing that. Okay. I like to be able to talk to you and get to know you. And we do hot seat coaching and all that in the Power Challenge. So yeah, if you have any questions about it, or if you have any issues getting into the Power Challenge, feel free to DM me or email me. I'm happy to help you. Okay. 8 grand later. Oh, I'm on the last chance to pass. I'm kind of pissed. Oh, man. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. You got this. I promise. Okay. If it's meant to be, it will be. Okay. Have confidence in yourself. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will be right back here Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to look at the week ahead, see what's coming up for us, see what else the universe wants to tell us and throw in our faces. But yeah, get into the Power Challenge, get into the inner circle if you want to have those credentials. It's going to be a lot of fun. We become like a family in my classes, and I freaking love it. It's good for uh, the Power Challenge is more geared towards women. The inner circle is men and women. Okay. So, love you all. I will see you Monday morning. Bye.